Haga arpundai terek unailar arhajar arpusau. Menteri Rang Ba Abarim Gejela Dr. Mukul M Sangma ulawan ra ek resolution halor gejing penteri kam ek Meghalaya Resident Safety and Security Act MRSSA arhajar kanrio. Ndre hedin gejing tai ulaweng no ek resolution kaba ulawan ra ek yang dorbar. Haba jubab halor kene resolution usembut Menteri Rang Ba Gejela Uba Preston Tensong ula pente bagi sarkar jela kadang ap ek jubab nak sarkar pedeng ha kabede bagi shiti kabakala phak dangshan ban penpau bagi yang scam baga Meghalaya Resident Safety and Security Amendment Bill arhajar arpau kadi kebalale akat kum kariti sensyari Uba Preston Tensong ulong baga Tenat Home Affairs ke sarkar pedeng lang baga shiti haka kandru trek ujeliau arhajar arpulai kalau penting bagi sarkar jela bagi jeng penbet themai ya kabel kapau kumba kelayat palat bagi jeng temu jong ke MRSSA arhajar kanrio ban pani ke jeng tip na barok kibrio haga jaka jeng inong shong wai bela shong lupa haga jela kiburung spok ke jela ban penstom yaki lada kem ai ke jeng tip kani ke jeng penbet themai ya kabel kapau bagalong ke jeng penkenya ke artikel khat khandai iwei d bat e jong keriti sensyari kumta lapan ke jeng pensyai halor kini ke jeng lap ke bela kedau na sarkar jela bala ajeng moru ke sarkar jela bahkan kami biang sasisian ke negabel ula pentep bagi sarkar jela keladak ban pensyai halor kini kijing pensengau leng baka shiti ha ka arpuwe trek urempang arhajar arpulai ha ka baka sarkar jela kalong baka bil kade ke belongkat kum keriti sensyari bat kam shimlapan ken setia ke artikel khat khandai jong keriti sensyari ndre ke amendment ke belawan ra kade ban penklanch asyo ya ke MRSSA Uba Preston Tensong ula pentep bayar kam halor ka Meghalaya Resident Safety and Security Amendment Bill arhajar arpau ya ka belabu syadulat ke jela banyo ke jing menjur na ka presiden kari kadai ka belabu dien da ka Tenat Home Affairs ula pentep bagi sarkar jela ka pensange aswai ke jing penbena ka belapen mi haka khatnyo trek una opera arhajar arpau na ka benta ban bo iki facilitation center hagi jakarung bat jakabi ke badan ha umling hagi district riboy hagi Shillong Airport umroi bat ha Mendi Pathar Railway Station ha North Garo Hills. Hadin ki hukum belapen mi da ke Meghalaya High Court ha ke bayadai bat ke PIL ke batuklar ke jeng terekam jong ke MRSSA arhajar ka Ndrio. Ndrei ha balasa priang ke kelam COVID-19 kum tai ke Facilitation Center la IT syakat tenat kakut kakia ban penan kam kum ki COVID-19 Screening Center. Uba Preston Tensong ulong bawala ke sarkar jela ke lebu syarut ke Facilitation Center ndrei kwe pat ki kendon jong ke MRSSA la penterekam ne ke benta ban pet ke jing shisha jong kinong song wai namar ke section rio nyo pra khandai bat chipo jong ka ak ailat ban pen shisha ya kinong song wai bat ban lum ke jing tip jong kinong song wai apo ke jing kmi jong ke district task force.
So I think, sir, in particular to our state, so we are a small population, in the large country of India with a population of 1.4 billion population, sir. We're just a population of about less than 40 lakhs or 4 million. And if you take the tribal population of the Khasi, Jaintia, Garos, maybe you will account for even less than 3 million, sir. So unless we have a strong act in place, sir, I think we're afraid we are letting down the future generation who will question us later that if we become a state like Tripura, where the indigenous population have been overwhelmed by other communities. So that's why, sir, you'll see now there is fear among all sections of people, the influx. That's why you see all this agitation, all these protests demanding enactment of ILP, as stated by the honorable member from Songsak. I think this may happen, may not happen. It may take a long time also before it happens. In the meantime, sir, within this period, a lot of influx may take place, sir. So that's why we have, for example, the Land Transfer Act. We have the tribal regulation, trading by non-tribal regulation. Then we have where migrant labor will have to get the labor permit. Now there is another loophole, sir, where people can come in as tenants into a state, and there is no such rule to regulate that, sir. So that's why if this is enacted, we will ensure safety and security for our people, and only, citizens of the country come to our state, reside in our state, and of course with proper documentation, knowing where they come from, what they've come here for, whether for business, for studies, or whether for work, whatever it is, sir, it will be work as a kind of survey also that we will ensure that the population that has come in, the people that have come into our state, are accounted for. So this will work also as a kind of survey, sir. What kind of people are coming in? What are they doing? How many of them are doing? Because I'm afraid, sir, there are certain localities, certain towns and villages that we have come people who cannot be accounted for, and what have they come here for, from where have they come, what are they doing. And even in Shillong, sir, you'll see places where even the tribal and non-tribal population have been overwhelmed by people who have come from outside the state, who have taken over their jobs, taken over their, opportunities. So, sir, I would also support this resolution that this act be implemented, sir, so that we ensure that we are doing justice to the people of the state as lawmakers, that we have a law in place to ensure their safety and security, sir. Because even now, you can see what has happened in Bangladesh, sir. Kind of uprising there. And you never know, those people who have been displaced from there may enter our state, and there is no law to check their entry into our state, sir. So I also rise, sir, to support this very, very important bill and ensure the citizens of our state that yes, as lawmakers, we are equally concerned as NGOs, as other section of society about the problem of influx facing our state, sir. So I'd also support this very, very important piece of legislation, sir, that it be enacted in letter and spirit to ensure that our state is, doesn't have this problem of influx, illegal migrants coming into our state, sir. So with this very few words, I also rise to support this very important resolution brought about by the honorable member from Songsak, sir, Dr. Mukul Sangma, that the government take this seriously and ensure everyone that we are equally concerned about the problem of influx into our state, sir. With this word, sir, I resume my seat. Thank you, sir.
Further, as per the Act, the Facilitation Centre shall ensure that no citizens of India shall be put to inconvenience or restrained from exercising his or her right guaranteed under the Constitution of India. Mr. Speaker, sir, it may be mentioned that in exercise of the powers conferred under subsection 1 of section 17 of the Meghalaya Residence Safety and Security Act 2016, notifications for setting up facilitation center at entry-exit points were issued by the government at the key locations: 1. Umling in Ribhoi, 2. Shillong Airport at Umroi Airport, and number 3. Mendipata Railway Station in North Garo Hills. The facilitation centers at Umling and Shillong Airport were notified on 17 December 2020, and the facilitation center at Mendipata Airport was notified on 21st January 2021. Sir, however, PIL number 13 of 2020 was filed against the said establishment in the High Court of Meghalaya, and which questions the validity of the Meghalaya Residence Safety and Security Act 2016. The order of the Honorable High Court of Meghalaya dated 2/12/2021, which states that it is made clear that the apparent omnibus charter conferred by the impugned statute without indicating any parameters for restricting or regulating the entry or movement of Indian citizens into and within the state may be not exercised. Mr. Speaker, sir, in pursuance of the above Honorable High Court order and for compliance of the orders of the Honorable High Court, the notifications issued by number POL 161/2012 dated 17/12/2020 for setting up of facilitation centers were kept in abeyance until further order via notification number POL 161/2012 dated 7/12/2021. That till today, as per the text of the resolution, sir, let me inform the honorable member who moved the resolution as well as the members of this August House, other than setting up of facilitation centers, since the court has given a stay on the establishment of these three facilitation centers, the other clauses, the other paras of the Principal Act, MRSSA, is being implemented in totality and in spirit, sir. We are continuing to do that, sir, and we could see that with this implementation, the system that we kept it in place is very constructive, and also it is very successful, fully done according to the district task force committee who already given to us the report. Sir, as far as other districts is concerned, the district task force has been also reminded by the government that they need to make sure that they activate the function of the district task force in the respective district.
That means the mandate of the Act has withstood the judicial scrutiny. There has to be just amendment to the notification of that particular relevant provision which mandates the implementation of that section 17 of the Act. We have to only fine tune it, you see. The court has not said that it is not inconsistent with the relevant entries as entered in the list 2 of the 7th schedule of the Constitution of India. We have to also read that relevant entry 64 of the list 2 of the 7th schedule of the Constitution of India. Based on that, if this can be properly fine-tuned, I think there will be no problem in implementation of this mandate. So kindly get it examined further by the relevant department, and let us put our heads together. I think the government has the privilege of having all the resources within its command. Kindly use it, and then let us proceed further, because without these, I think the overall perception of the public, particularly the concerned civil society organizations which are taking the issue of this crucial issue of influx and illegal immigration and the resultant negative ramification on the future generation of the state, I think it will still give them a room for discontentment and doubt of our complete resolve to implement the mandate of the law. So I think the government is capable of taking care of this observation of the court and come out with an appropriate, much more fine-tuned and amended notification to give effect to that section 17 of the Constitution. Yeah.